Hello, everyone, and welcome back. As always, I'm your girl, Candy Washington. And before we dive into today's Kiki, which is Erika Jayne might be furious. She might be a little pissed off. She might be in her feelings today because Tom Girardi's ex wife just was awarded and won 200K in back spousal support. Now, we're going to get into it because there's two sides to this story, and I want you guys to I'm going to share you what I think about this. I think there's two sides to this, and I want you guys to weigh in on what your thoughts are too. But before we do that, you know what to do. Go ahead and like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss it when we go live. Also, be sure to share this with a friend because a kiki is always better with community. Check out the description box down below and shop our love collection. That's right, you guys. Check out the description box down below. So with that, let's dive right on in. So this is according to Radar Online. So let's get all the information first. Let's get the facts from the article, and then we're going to talk about it because I'm on the fence with this one, you guys. I'm on the fence. So we'll talk about it. So this is according to a Radar Online exclusive. Ex-wife of Erika Jayne's husband scores $200,000 over unpaid spousal support days after the Real Housewife of Beverly Hills star's infamous diamond earrings, were they the real ones or the swapped ones, were auctioned off. All right, let's keep going. The ex-wife of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star Erika Jayne's husband, Tom Girardi, hashed out a $200K deal as part of her disgraced lawyer's bankruptcy over unpaid spousal support, RadarOnline.com has learned. According to court documents obtained by RadarOnline.com, the trustee presiding over Girardi's involuntary Chapter 7 bankruptcy informed the court an agreement had been signed by Girardi's ex-wife, Karen. And Karen is also the mother of his children. Okay, so let's keep going. As RadarOnline.com previously reported, Karen has been attempting to collect spousal support owed from the now disbarred attorney for over a year. She first filed court documents in August of 2020, accusing Girardi of being in contempt for failing to pay her the court-ordered support from their 1989 divorce settlement. So this was about 30 years ago, maybe like a little less, a little more. Girardi has been paying Karen $10,000 a month for years until he asked in February of 2020, so now about 3 years ago, because we're almost in 2023, to have it reduced down to $5,000. She claimed Girardi told he was, quote, tired of paying and felt it was long enough. Well, you don't make the rules, Mr. Tom Girardi, even though you thought you did at the time. Eventually, her attorney made a demand, and Girardi promised he would pay once he received, quote, additional funds, the fraudulent funds. She said he coughed up $40,000 to cover February through March, but still owed $25,000. In October, she said Girardi continued to not make payments and owed her $45,000 in back support. At the time, numerous creditors were coming after Girardi over debts. As we know, this was around the time where everything hit the fan, all of the subpoenas, all of the lawsuits, all of the victims, they were coming after Tom. It was hitting the fan. This was also the time where his now arrested CFO did that $10 million wire fraud transfer that the feds just arrested him for. So this is all going on around that same time. As RadarOnline.com previously reported, Girardi and his law firm were pushed into bankruptcy in late 2020. The once respected attorney stands accused of embezzling millions from his clients and running his firm like a Ponzi scheme. Side note, it's one of the largest Ponzi schemes in California history. It's one of the largest criminal fraud cases in California history. Don't forget, he also had his alleged love child, that guy, what was his name? Donald Alway, who was the top LA local FBI agent overseeing this investigation. He has now since recused himself, obviously, since his mother used to be Tom Girardi's secretary. His mother also had an affair with Tom Girardi. They look very, very similar. So there's been questions: is this his, love child, a product of the affair? We also know that Tom Girardi paid this woman hundreds of thousands of dollars. It has been proven that the money came from victim funds, so it was fraudulent money. He also paid the mortgage on her home, which is now valued at over $1.2 million. And it's also very suspect that the son, the Donald Alway guy, I believe his name is Donald Alway, check me on that if I'm wrong, but I believe that's what his name is, transferred from Mississippi to LA, which is very, very suspicious. Why did you transfer to the jurisdiction that was overseeing the investigation into your alleged father's Ponzi scheme criminal case in California unless you were trying to help him? Now, don't come after me, dude. I'm just saying, we're not stupid. All right, let's go. And again, that's my opinion. My opinion. Let's keep going. Okay, now, the bankruptcy put Karen's battle on hold as a trustee was put in charge to deal with Girardi's finances. Karen had placed a lien on one of Girardi's property that sold during the bankruptcy, the home that she was featured on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills and the one shared with Jane for years. This is their Pasadena house. So she put a lien on it. So basically, once that Pasadena house sells, if it hasn't already sold, I'm not 100% sure because this was back in 2020, she gets $200,000 from the sale. Per the deal, the trustee agreed to pay Karen $200,000 from the home sale. As a result, Girardi's ex-wife will drop all future claims for support. For her part, Jane is still dealing with a $25 million lawsuit filed against her as part of the bankruptcy. The trustee has demanded she return millions of her husband's firm, the millions her husband's firm spent on the bills for her company, EJ Global. Now, again, I think EJ Global, and this is my opinion, was a front. It was a way for them to launder money. And it was also a way for them to do tax fraud, which is, again, why they have been slammed from the IRS, Uncle Sam, whoever. I believe she owes about $2.27 million in taxes from 2019 alone. So, yeah, they were being shady. It's one thing to defraud us common folks, but when you defraud the government, Uncle Sam's coming for you. Okay. In addition, Jane had to turn over a pricey set of diamond earrings that Girardi had purchased for her during their marriage. Financial records showed the earrings were bought using his client's funds. Recently, an auction was held and the earrings were sold off for $250,000. Now, don't forget, it's very controversial about these diamond earrings. Are they the same ones that was valued at $750,000 and at 1.3 million, or did she do a switcheroo like Ronald Richards says? So Ronald Richards is the attorney who's been very, very vocal on Twitter, on Instagram, whatever, talking about the Girardi case. And he made the claim that she switched out the earrings. So the earrings that she gave to be auctioned off were not the actual $750K earrings, which is why when they got appraised in the auction, they were only appraised for about $250K, and that is what they ultimately were sold for. Like a little bit of switcheroo, and he was saying that the invoices didn't match up. So basically, Erika did you want my earrings? Well, here, you can have the cubic zirconia ones I got from Claire's, and I'll pretend these are the diamonds, and I'm going to hold on to the real diamonds. That needs to be investigated. Why isn't she in jail for that? It just blows my mind that, again, they're doing these fraudulent things publicly in our faces without any type of repercussions. If you know she returned the wrong earrings, why is she not in trouble for that? Why is she not in trouble for that? Makes no sense. Still corruption, still being protected. But let's keep going. Jayne filed for divorce in 2020 as Girardi's and legal and financial problems began to mount. The case has been put on hold until the bankruptcy is settled. Okay, you guys, now this is the thing, and this is the place where it's a little murky for me. So rock with me on this, and I want to know what your opinion is. How is it that his ex-wife Karen is entitled to back spousal pay of $200,000 when obviously that money is from his schemes, from his frauds, from the Ponzi schemes, from defrauding his clients? So if Erika is not entitled to that money, if Tom's mistress, remember the mistress who's a judge, she's taken a couple of years off because she doesn't want to, probably be disbarred because she's associated with all of this. The same exact mistress, who's also, again, like I said, a California judge. Tom had paid for her law school fees. Tom gave her $300,000 to get some summer house. He paid for her plastic surgery and other gifts, right? So when the feds came knocking on her door, knock, 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 you need to give this stuff back. You need to pay restitution. You need to, where are the gifts? If the mistress had to give back the gifts and money, if Erika has to give back the earrings and the money and all of that stuff, why is the ex-wife entitled to this money? To me, it's all fruit of the same poisonous tree. I think Erika Jayne should have to give back every damn thing. I think the mistress has to give back every damn thing. I think the ex-wife has to give back every damn thing because, as we've already known, because the secretary was cheating with Tom Girardi while he was married to this Karen chick. And if the money he was giving to the mistress has already been proven was coming from client funds, then the money that he had during the marriage to Karen and after the marriage to Karen was also with client funds. So all of the money is from the fruit of the poisonous tree. Is poisonous fruit of the same poisonous tree, right? I think the ex-wife should not be entitled to anything. I get it. It sucks. You were married to this man. I get it. It's your settlement. But at the end of the day, the money never belonged to him. Therefore, the money never belonged to you. If you were married to someone who did not make a lot of money, you wouldn't be entitled to all of, it doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make any sense. The money was never his. That's why the money was never Erika's. That's why the money was never the mistress's. I don't think the ex-wife should get this settlement money. I think that money should go to the victims, to the people whose money it was in the first place. I get it, ex-wife. It sucks. Maybe you knew what he was doing. Most likely you did. I think the ex-wife always knows. You know what I mean? Maybe you probably knew what was going on. So I'm sorry, ex-wife Karen, but I don't think this money belongs to you. I think it belongs to the victims. The same exact way, I think that the alleged love child, the FBI agent, right? I think his mother should have to give back some money, since it's documented that the money that Tom Girardi gave to her was from victims' money, fraudulent money. You're living in a $1.2 million house. It's worth at least $1.2 million, but you got the house with the fraudulent money. I think the secretary, the side chick that he allegedly knocked up, and that's the FBI agent's mom, she needs to give some money back. Erika sure as hell does. The mistress judge did, because she was like, listen, I got stuff to lose. I didn't want to give this stuff back, because this is the thing. The mistress judge, because there's a lot of mistresses now. The mistress judge didn't give back the stuff out of the kindness of her heart. She gave back the stuff because she got caught. If she wanted to give it out of the kindness of her heart, let's just pretend she had no idea he was running a Ponzi scheme. Let's just pretend. The moment it came out, she would have given it back, but she waited to see if she was going to get caught. And when she got caught, and when the feds knocked on the door, where's the stuff? Then she gave it over, which means I was going to keep this money. I was going to keep this house. I was going to keep this jewelry. I was going to keep these gifts. Since I'm a judge, she doesn't have a better moral compass. She just has a better PR team. The mistress should give it back. And I don't think the ex-wife not deserves isn't the right way term, but the ex-wife is not entitled to this money until every single victim has been made whole. Once they do that, which they clearly have not done yet, whatever's left over, if there's anything left over, then you figure it out. But until every single last victim is made whole, they get every single penny they were entitled to back. The ex-wife, Erika, mistress judge, mistress secretary, love child FBI agent shouldn't get a dime. So although the petty part of me is like, stick it to Erika, the logical, moral, human part of me is like, this money doesn't belong to her either. It belongs to the victims. And if I was her, I wouldn't want the money. Or I would get the money and I would donate it for real, not like Dirty Diana Jenkins who lies, to the victims. Because like I've said, and I'll say it again because this is the core essence of it, the money never belonged to them in the first place. That is the problem. But I want to know what you guys think. Put it down below and hang out my candy canes because I want to take some of your candy cane questions and comments. But I'm going to do a quick outro. So put it down below. What do you think? Do you think, yes, the ex-wife should get everything, give it to her? Or are you like me and you're like, hold up, this money doesn't belong to any of these people? It doesn't. And I have nothing against really rich or wealthy people at all, but it comes a point where you have enough. Like this chick was getting how much money in X, Y, and Z? I get it. It was your settlement, but come on. There's still victims out there. Put it down below. And what do you think about the diamond switcheroo? Do you think Erika Jayne really did switch out the diamond earrings like Ronald Richards says? I do. And how come she hasn't been held accountable for that? Or do you think the feds is just building their case and building their case and building their case, and this will be one part of it? Put it down below. But before you do that, you know what to do. Go ahead and like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss it when we go live. Also, be sure to share this with a friend because a kiki is always better with community. Check out the description box down below and shop our love collection. Like, subscribe, shop. All right, you guys, with that, let's take some of your candy cane questions and comments. All right, you guys. Hey, Luz. Luz says, hey, Candy and the Canes. Hey, sweetheart. Hey, Ayo Ansis Haya from Cali. What's up? Hey, Mix from Victoria Island. I love it. I love it. I love it. Hey, Mix, the Girardi saga just keeps getting weirder and weirder. That is so true. Hey, Luz. Ireland love candy cane. LOL. I love it. I love it. I love it. Yes. Hey, Proud Texas Lady says, hi, everyone. Thank God it's Friday. That's right. It's Friday, and it's my birthday week. Woo, woo, woo. So, yay. Hey, Luz. Hey, Proud Texas Lady. Hey, Eileen. Hi, everyone. Just joined. You are right on time. Hey, Foxy. I think she switched them out. I do, too. I believe Ronald Richards, and he had the receipts. You know, he had the invoices that tracked it. And also, the appraisal itself, you know, diamonds appreciate, they don't depreciate. So if the diamonds were worth $750,000 or 1.23, how come now they're only worth $250,000? I think she did a switcheroo, and she had been so defiant about it. So I hope that the feds, that's part of what the case they're building against her. And that's why she hasn't been, you know, arrested. Like, I'm pretty sure that's straight up illegal. I don't know why she hasn't been arrested for that. I'm pretty sure that if, you know, I was legally bound to fork over a pair of diamond earrings and I switched them out, I'm pretty sure they would arrest me for that. So why Erika Jayne isn't arrested? You know, Tom Girardi out of it. This is her fraud. You know, she likes to pretend like she's the victim, but if she switched those earrings, Erika, that is your fraud. Nothing to do with Tom Girardi. If the law says turn him over and you switch him, why isn't she arrested? Hey, Luz. Hi, Eileen. Welcome. Yes. Hey, Foxy. She should be in trouble for that. Exactly. Why isn't she arrested? Unless they're building their case, and that is just one extra count against her. Because that's what I think is going on. I think they're building a really big case against her, against Tom, and against a lot of the other co-conspirators. Hey, proud Texas lady says, hi, Luz. Hey, Luz, have these earrings that sold already during the week there? The earrings sold for $250,000. But what we're saying is that they were a different pair of earrings. They weren't the actual ones. You know what I mean? Foxy says they were sold on the auction, right? Yep, they sold for $250K. Hey, Mary Jane's baby, the first wife is always entitled to the majority of anything when you've been married 10 years or more. Yeah, see, the thing is, I agree with you, Mary. But the thing is, if his money was clean money, I would be like, girl, take him to the cleaners all day long. He was cheating on you with the secretary, and who else, and God knows who else. He allegedly got the secretary knocked up, which is now that FBI agent. So not only was he cheating on you, but he was cheating at you with somebody that he worked with. So that was probably very humiliating. And he allegedly knocked her up, and then he gave her hundreds of thousands of dollars and bought her a house for him and his love child, for her and the love child. So that's very embarrassing. That's very humiliating. That is very painful. And no woman should have to go through that. And no man, no one should go through that, right? But the problem is his money was never clean. And so that's what the issue is. You know, if he actually made clean money, then yeah, you take him to the cleaners. You don't get mad. You get everything, girl. I would be like, yes, yes, yes. But unfortunately, the money, it's fraudulent, you know? Foxy says auction. Yes. Hey, Julie. She's going to say that these are these are what she received. Did he go back and tell jewelers, sell these, we split and give Erika the 250,000 earrings? I don't know what her excuse is going to be, but she can't say Tom said that because Tom has been in the old folks home. And I say old folks respectfully, nothing, obviously. He's been at the elderly care home. You know what I mean? So this is her fraud. I don't know how she's going to blame this on somebody else. Hey, Foxy, they all should give it back. I agree. Hey, Luz, this week, right before they're gone now. Foxy, right. Yep. Hey, Foxy, yeah, Luz, they were sold on the auction, but I think Erika switched the earrings out. Yep, Foxy says yes. Hey, Mary Jane's baby, no, because that happened after he divorced his first wife, not during their marriage. This is the thing. Whether, I think he was fraudulent during their marriage. I mean, that's pretty much been proven at this point. But let's just say he wasn't. Let's say all of the money he made during their marriage was clean, just for shits and giggles. The money he consequently made was not. So therefore, the money that she is receiving is fraudulent money. Because it's not like he made all of the money he was ever going to make in his entire life during their marriage, and that's the piece of the pie she's getting. The piece of the pie that she's getting now is fraudulent money because he made that money, stole that money after the marriage. So if the money she was getting was clean, then get the money, girl. But it's not. It's not. He was doing this scheme for decades. Decades. So I think that it's too tainted. It's too tainted. It's too tainted. Hey, Gigi Walters Wild says, you're spot on. Thank you. Les says, yeah, they were switched out, but she got caught 100%. Hey, Foxy, glad she was caught. Me too. Me too. And I do think the feds are just building that case, building that case, building that case. Hey, Lori R., it doesn't make sense to me either. It's like my husband steals a Ferrari and gives it to me. I get to keep it because it's my present. Exactly. Exactly, Lori. You don't get to keep it. It's not yours. it's like a basic principle of crime. People, whether you committed the crime or not, no one is, at least hypothetically, supposed to benefit from a crime. You know, if my partner goes robs a bank and he gives me a bag of cash, even though I didn't rob the bank, that cash is not mine because it was never his to give. That is the whole situation. Any gift she's saying she got, any money she's saying she got, and this wife, Karen, I'm sorry, chick, this money isn't yours either, sweetheart. If it doesn't belong to them, it is not theirs to give. That is why none of these women and his alleged love child and whoever else in his life, his other children, whoever it is, who are trying to get a dime of this money is dead ass wrong because it would never belong to him in the first place. Therefore, it never belonged to you. Point blank, period. And I really shocked that the court agreed to give his ex-wife $200,000 because it's victim's money. I mean, if you bought the house with victim's money, if you bought the car with victim money, if you bought the earrings with victim money, if you bought the artwork with victim's money, if it was bought with victim's money, it doesn't belong to anybody but the victims. Hey, Foxy, I don't think you're allowed to keep stolen material things, even if they were a present. Exactly. Hey, Luz, Lori, Lori, I know, but it's been a move of years, NCP. Yep. Hey, Foxy, I definitely think she switched them out. Me too. Hey, Luz, you can claim it in court if you claim you had no idea where the money came from. You can claim that, but I don't think, No, that's why the court made her give her the earrings back. Because she claimed, I thought it was legit. I thought he was this man. I was duped just like all of you. You can't keep that. Hey, HT, and why would FBI approve that transfer? I'm telling you, something. This is the thing. It's one of two things. Either the FBI is really just keeping things close to the chest. They're letting things play out because they're building the case, or there's still some type of corruption protection going on. Some people are still being protected, whether it's Erika not being arrested for switching the earrings, whether it's the ex-wife Karen being allowed to get $200,000 of what should go to victims' money. You know, Karen isn't a victim. I get it. You're an ex-wife. I get it. He cheated on you, but that does not make you a victim. In this particular case, you see what I'm saying? Like, unfortunately, a lot of people are cheated on. A lot of people go through divorce. It's not right. It's not pretty. But Karen, you're not a victim in this situation. So, it's really, Hi, Eileen. She goes, Candy, 100% correct. Everyone associated with Tom Girardi is corrupt. That part. Hey, Ms. V-Lines, great point. The ex should not be entitled to money stolen from clients. 100%. Foxy says, congrats, Candy. Thank you. Hey, Freddie, what is up? Raleigh Diamond says, I'm excited to see that Tom's trustee is legally forcing Erika to give the money to the trustees. Me too. Shout out to Freddie. Go check him out, Raleigh Diamond. Hey, Foxy, that's great news, Freddie. Yes, it is. Hey, Luz, 100%. Ms. LV Lines. Reality Diamond says, it will not surprise me if in the next couple of years, Erika's on trial for insurance fraud. Exactly. My gut is saying, I agree with you, Freddie. My gut is saying that the feds are building a case. It's like, oh, keep digging yourself deeper. Oh, keep digging yourself deeper. Oh, keep digging yourself deeper. And then they're going to have an ironclad thing where it's going to be insurance fraud. It's going to be taxes. Uncle Sam's going to come and get you, boo-boo. Going to come and get you. Okay, Reality Diamond says, it wouldn't surprise me in the next few years Erika's on trial for insurance fraud, 100%. Hey, Foxy, I think Erika can claim she did not know where the earrings was worth since they were a present to her. She can't claim that because this is the thing. When dumb criminals go on TV, Erika cannot claim that because she said it to the world on camera. She said, because remember when the earrings were first Everyone said it was $750,000 earrings, but then remember she was wasted at the table when they were traveling. I forgot where they went, but they were all at the dinner table, and she got real comfortable, right? She thought that they were key and they were kicking it, right? She thought that her and Garcelle were cool and they were kicking it, and Crystal, right? And she said that the earrings were actually worth I believe it was 1.3 million. So she can't claim, it's like Jen Shah being a dumb criminal, right? You can't claim you didn't know what you were doing was a crime. I'm talking about Jen Shah right now. When the company you worked for doing the same exact fraud scheme got, you were deposed during that, and they got slapped with a $29 million fine from the FTC because they were doing fraud. The same way Erika can't claim she didn't know what the earrings were worth, because we have her on tape laughing about it, having bravado about it, talking about my purse is worth this. And I have, the thing about, remember she said, the thing about moving is that you realize you have all this stuff, and I have this purse is worth this and this is that. And she said on camera, she thought the earrings were actually worth 1.3 million. Dumb criminals. You no longer have plausible deniability. I didn't know how much they were. I didn't know what they were. I didn't know anything. When you're dumb enough to pack the earrings and bring them to you to Aspen because you are so narcissistic that you wanted to show off these earrings. And then you're dumb enough that you say on camera that you know that they're not actually worth 750. They're worth 1.3 million. But yet the earrings you turn over are appraised for $200,000 and they sell for $250,000. But you want to look at me in my face and say these are the same exact earrings? Diamonds appreciate. They don't depreciate. That's why they're an investment. Diamonds get more money over time, which is why she said, oh, they're no longer $750. Now they're 1.3. Think about inflation. Erika is asked out. This is the thing. If the FBI is watching the shows like us, they're going to know she told on it. She told on herself. Les is at Woo, I had to sneeze. All right. Hey, Reality Diamond. Hey, Freddie. I think she could also go on trial for tax fraud. Yes, the courts and lawyers will investigate this if Erika doesn't get on with paying her $2 million tax bill. Exactly. Les says Reality Diamond. $2 million. Ouch. Yup. From 2019. Hey, Foxy. And that's just for taxes for 1 year. LOL. How about the other year's taxes? Listen, the tax man cometh, right? The tax man cometh. Hey, Holly, I agree with you about building the case. They want to make sure they're going away for a time. Yep. And I also think they want to make sure that all the T's are crossed and all the I's are dotted, because it's so big. Like I said before, I think it's one of the largest criminal fraud cases. Like, this was millions of dollars. Sorry, like my wife did a little spinning room. This was millions upon millions upon millions of dollars. And this was systematic, and institutionalized. The California State Bar played a part in this fraud. Judges, executives, lawyers, who else? Whoever, police. His freaking love child is allegedly an FBI agent. That's how deep this goes. It's crazy. Hey, what's up, the red lipstick hustler Lily? What's up, sweetheart? Hey, Ms. MM, but what if he was employing people with that stolen money? You would never expect them to pay back. I think all responsibility should be on the man unless they can prove she absolutely knew. Well, this is the thing, right? There's a difference between the employee's money, like say the other lawyers there, whoever worked there. That money isn't the stolen money. That is actually money that they worked to get. The stolen money is the money that he took from his clients to fund his lavish lifestyle. So it's not like all of the money in the entire firm was stolen money. No, that would be the difference of me and my friends get together and we rob a bank and then we come back and we divvy up the money that we rob the bank from. That's one thing. The problem with this is that there's clean money involved and there's dirty money involved. The dirty money is that Tom Girardi, this is what he would do. For example, and I'll make it very simple. Say he had a client and that client won $1 million settlement. Tom Girardi would take about, I don't know, maybe 900,000 of it and only give his client, the victim, maybe like 5% here, 10% there. And he'd be like, no, let me have it. It's an escrow. Let me invest it for you, blah, 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 which is also highly unethical and probably illegal. Your lawyer is not supposed to be investing your money from you. It's a conflict of interest. Your lawyer is not supposed to be telling you what to do with your settlement money. They're supposed to get you your settlement money and give it to you. So that's where the fraudulent money comes from, where he is stealing the client's money to fund his lifestyle. I don't think the money that the lawyers were getting paid was fraudulent money unless they were doing the same scheme he was. Because don't forget, the lawyers had their own clients and their own cases, and anybody else who is there, like a secretary or a janitor or an IT guy, there's clean money mixed up with the dirty money. So it's a very, very different thing for an employee at a law firm to make a salary from the work that he does versus Tom Girardi stealing his client's money and buying his wife a pair of $1 million earrings, buying his mistress a $300,000 house. Those are very, very different things. Very, very, very different things. And regardless if they knew or not, even if Erika Jayne didn't know, let's just pretend we're all stupid and we think that Erika Jayne had no idea, it still doesn't belong to her. It still doesn't belong to her. That is the essence of it at the very end of the day. It's not whether or not Erika Jayne knew. It's that it never belonged to Tom in the first place. It was never his to give. Therefore, it was never hers to receive. Point blank, period. That is the essence of this. That's why it's fraud. That's why it's stolen money. That's why they all need to go to jail. Hey, Foxy, he was scamming for many, many years. I mean, decades upon decades upon decades upon decades upon decades. Hey, Miss M, I didn't catch the whole thing, by the way, so I'll have to catch the playback. Yes, I might take what I said back. LOL. All good, Miss Ems, and you're looking beautiful in your photo. All good, all good. And that was a really great question. It got us all thinking and all, talking about, who does the money belong to? Who doesn't it? Who knew? Who didn't know? You know what I mean? So great question. Keep them coming. Hey, Laz, 100% Candy. Decades is right. And Erika had enough of those decades with him, too. 100%. Hey, Jay, honey, the ex-wife is entitled to money. She's not saying give me fraudulent money, just her spousal settlement. No, I'm sorry. It's the same exact reasoning. I can't rob a bank and use that bank money to pay my spousal support. It's still fraudulent money, which would be different from, because remember, he was paying her $10,000 a month. Then he stopped. He said, I need to get additional funds. Where was that money coming from? Where was that $10K a month money coming from? It was coming from the victim's money. It was coming from the fraud. So I can't get divorced from someone. I owe this man spousal support, go out and rob a bank, and then use that robbed bank money to pay off spousal support. And he's like, this is my money because we got divorced. And this is my settlement. No, that doesn't work that way. It would be very, very different if, let's say, during the time they were married, let's say benefit of the doubt, during the time they were married, all of the money he made was clean. They get divorced. She gets a settlement, a lump sum settlement. Yes, 100%. That is her entitled money because he actually earned that money within their marriage. And it's clean money. That's actually his money to give. And that's actually money that she's entitled to. Yes. But if you're now getting a paycheck every month for $10,000, and we now know that that $10,000 is corrupt, fraudulent money, then that is no longer money that he has the right to give. So are you entitled to your settlement? Yes. But are you entitled to victims' money? No. And that is what I'm saying. I'm not saying she's not entitled to her settlement. I'm not saying she shouldn't, have her spousal support. That's not what I'm saying. The same way I don't think Erika Jayne shouldn't get diamonds and designer clothes and fancy trips and, cars and stuff. The same way I'm not saying the mistress shouldn't get, boob jobs and houses and all of that stuff. Sure. But you shouldn't get it from victims' money. That is what the problem is. If you want the cars, you want the diamonds, you want the furs, you want the designer bags, you want your 10K a month, knock yourself the hell out. But it has to be clean money. It can't be victims' money. And there is no way in hell the money that he was giving this ex-wife for the past 3 decades was clean money. Because as we all know, the past 3 decades, he was stealing from his clients. So does she deserve spousal support? 100%. But she does not deserve victims' money. No, she doesn't. Nobody deserves victims' money. How would you feel if you got in a horrible accident? Somebody in your family died, you got mangled or something, right? I'm not speaking this on anyone. This is a hypothetical. So good energy out, good energy out. This is just a hypothetical. I'm not speaking this on anybody. And you got a huge settlement. You got millions of dollars in your settlement, as you should. You are now disfigured. You lost someone in your life, like these victims have been, burn victims, widows and orphans. And somebody says, you know what? I owe my ex-wife $10,000 a month in spousal support. So I'm going to take your money, the money that is for your medical bills, the money that's for your pain and suffering, the money that's for your grief and loss, the money for your rent, your medicine, your surgeries, to put food on your table. I'm going to take that money that is owed to you, and I'm going to give it to my wife because I owe her spousal support. That is not right. And that is what the problem is. That's what the problem is. I sure as hell will have a problem with it. If my lawyer took the money that was for me and my family and my medical care and food on my table and a roof over my head and clothes on my back and gave it to his ex-wife, wouldn't that be a problem? You're damn right it would be. Hey, Foxy, he put stolen money in Erika's company and it becomes her fault too then. She must know from where the money came. Exactly. It's like Sutton said, that if the devil puts the money in your LLC, you're still held accountable for that. 100%. Hey, Gloria, what people don't understand is that hard-faced Erika is the planner of the whole fraud scheme. Listen, scam. I think Erika knew. I think she was a co-conspirator, in my opinion. Hey, Freddie, Reality Diamond. Karen is being a Karen with the money. Exactly. Hey, Barbara, how greedy can she be? It seems Tom has the same taste in women, evil and greedy. I mean, that part, Barbara, that part. Erika, the mistress judge, the mistress secretary, ex-wife Karen, they all seem to think that the victim money somehow belongs to them. Listen, Karen, if you got scammed by Tom, which I don't think you did, I think you got played by Tom, but I think you knew exactly who he was. The money doesn't belong to you. And it is what it is. It is what it is. Hey, Grizzy 8, she always knew he was a crook and she approved 100%. Les says at Reality Diamond is laughing. Hey, Foxy, but that must be proven in court first. That's why the ex got her money. What must be proven in court first? I don't know why the ex got her money. Who does the ex know? Listen, when it comes to this situation, just because like we saw with Erika Jayne, just because a case gets dismissed, just because somebody gets their money, doesn't mean it's right, doesn't mean it's moral, and the sickest part, doesn't mean it's even legal. Because if everything was moral and legal, number one, we wouldn't have the situation to talk about in the first place. If everybody was working on with morals and legalities, this never would have happened in the first place. But in particular, if everything's talking about moral and legalities, how in the hell did Tom's alleged love child become the top FBI agent overseeing the investigation? The people who were investigating Tom was reporting to him when allegedly he's Tom's son. His mother, and I don't have to say alleged for this because this has been proven, his mother was sleeping with Tom for years. She was his secretary. How was that moral and legal? And the only reason why he recused himself was because the LA Times broke the story, not because it was moral or legal. So just because this ex-wife got her money doesn't mean it's legal, doesn't mean it's legal or moral, and it sure as hell doesn't mean it's her money. Miss me with that one. Hey, Barbara, the FBI is not going to tell the public anything. Very true. Hey, Gloria, please exactly give the real victims their money. This greed is unreal, 100%. Hey, she agreed. The money belongs to the victims. Hope the feds are building a case against her for the earrings. Me too. The red lipstick Costa Lily, Erika bragged on TV about the earrings. Exactly. Exactly. There's no plausible deniability for Erika when it comes to the earrings. She bragged on TV about the earrings, and it's now been proven and appraised that the earrings are different. Fox says, yes, she did brag about that. Yep. Hey, she's a happy birthday week. Thank you so much for the birthday wishes. Happy birthday. I love it. Hey, Ms. Elvines, happy birthday. Thank you for your strong voice calling out these greedy criminals. Thank you so much. Hey, the red lipstick Costa Lily, she bragged this past season and wore them for the world to see. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. In Aspen. Yes, she did. Hey, Barbara. Jules, remember, the biggest criminal in history could not be brought down by anybody but the IRS. Al Capone. I won't get too comfortable if I was Erika. 100%. 100%. I've been saying that, and I agree with it. Hey, Freddie, Rowley Diamond says, even if Erika was in Garcelle and Crystal's good graces, it doesn't matter. Erika was on camera saying the earrings was worth over $1 million. Exactly. Les says, achoo. Jay says, the point is the ex-wife is entitled to money. She's not giving me dirty money. Again, I'm sorry, but is she entitled to money? Yes. Is she entitled to victims' money? No. And I think that's really what it's about. Hey, Luz, achoo! Hey, Claudia, hi, Candy, happy birthday. Thank you so much. I hope all your birthday wishes come true. I truly enjoy your deep dives and all you do. It's tough to support Bravo because they just love their criminals, shady AF. I know. Thank you so much, Claudia, for the birthday wishes. I know. I've been struggling with that, and maybe you guys can help me. Like, I love covering Beverly Hills because I just know everything about the ladies and I follow it, and so much is going on in Bravo. But then I'm also kind of like, but it's fun at the same time. So you guys let me know. Let me know what you want me to cover and everything like that. So Mary Jane Baby says, at Jay, right. Mrs. says, gotcha, that makes sense. Great point, Candy. You're welcome, sweetheart. Hey, Jay, thanks, Mary Jane's Baby. Yes. Hey, Gloria Dunn. Bravo TV is a show that teaches the public how to steal from innocent people of the world. If you want a real course in learning how to steal from, let me not say this. I agree with most of this, but Tom must have been made some clean money during this time. This is the thing. Even if Tom made clean money during this time, which he did, of course, 100% of the funds was not dirty money, which is why I was saying, the people at the workplace, at the firm, who did not participate in the scheme, because as we know, the CFO of the firm participated in the scheme. That's why he was arrested by the feds. So it wasn't just Tom doing this by himself. There were other people at the firm participating in the scheme. Also, don't forget, when Sutton said that she knew that Tom was fraudulent, because didn't she say she had friends who worked at the firm or knew people worked at the firm, and they quit and they left because they knew that what he was doing was fraudulent. They knew what he was doing was illegal, and they did not want to be a part of it. That's why Sutton said that the lawyers reached out to her to see if she would be willing to come forward and get deposed and tell them what she knew. And she said she wouldn't because she wanted to stay out of it. So Yes, all of Tom money wasn't clean, but this is the thing. It's called restitution. Restitution is making it right, making it whole. So until his victims are made whole, he needs to pay back the dirty money he stole and the clean money he made. That's like if I'm a criminal and I go to jail and I have to pay back a restitution fine of $50,000, right? Say I get out of prison, I still have to pay back restitution, either to the city, to the whatever, to the victim. Say it was a victim that I have to pay restitution to, and I go out and I get a job. The job that I now have is clean money, but I still owe that money to the victims, to the restitution that I have to pay back, because that is what my debt is. So even if Tom did make some clean money, because of course he made some clean money, he was doing his lawyer thing. Of course he made some clean money, but the majority of it was dirty money. And it was a Ponzi scheme. So at some point, all of it was dirty. That is what a Ponzi scheme is. At some point, all of the money you're bringing in is dirty. That's why it's a scheme. So whether his money is clean or dirty, he still has restitution to pay back to the actual victims. And this ex-wife, Karen, do you deserve your spousal support? 100%, but you don't deserve victims' money. And at this point, that is the money that we're talking about. And that's just what I feel. But obviously you guys can feel how you feel. Luz, and that's fraud, 100%. Hey, Foxy, Tom G should be in prison for what he did. It's nuts he claims dementia to get away with what he did, and that Erika can keep what he stole and gave to her. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. And honestly, it shows the level of, and I'm just going to keep it all the way real, classism and racism in our country. If Tom was not white, I think the situation would be very different. If Tom did not have, quote, money, even though we know it's dirty money, it would have gone very different. I don't think it's just race, but I think the number one thing is classism in our society. People who are perceived to be wealthy, people who are perceived to be powerful and influential get away with literally murder. But people, regardless of their race, who don't have the money and the means and the power and the influence can do the same thing or lesser things and get their whole life demolished and destroyed. They would be all the way under the jail. Think about how they treat common criminals. Think about how they treat people who steal, do a smash and grab at a convenience store. Think about not legal, but people who have petty charges for like weed or something, right? People who are stealing cars. I'm not saying what they're doing is right. I'm not saying that. But there are people who have done way, way less and have already are in jail for years, are immediately arrested. But yet you have this woman and this man who for decades have ran the largest, if not the one of the largest criminal fraud Ponzi schemes in California history. And she gets to be on a reality show. She gets to go to BravoCon. She gets to travel with the girls. She gets to drink and pop pills. She gets to pat the puss. She gets to, still have her earrings and pretend like we're all dumb. He gets to hang out in a retirement home, still have daily calls and talk to people all he wants. Totally still has his freedom, because to be honest, a lot of people in their 80s would love to have the luxury of being in a retirement home, but because they don't have money or their family doesn't have money, they can't get the proper care that they actually need. They don't have the money for the home. They don't have the money for in-home care. So a lot of people would love the luxury of being at an elderly care facility. But yet he gets that luxury, right? Because it is a luxury. It is a luxury. Sorry. But that just shows you the classism that exists in our society. You look a certain way, you're perceived a certain way, you get away with it. But if you don't have the money, you don't have the look. Please, please. Hey, Luz, I've seen the YouTube clip of a YouTuber stopping and asking if Erika played a part. His answer, she knew. Yeah, it could. He said, "Why don't you join us on YouTube?" Sorry about that, you guys. My little internet was going out. Okay, so Foxy says, yes, I saw that too at Luz. He did not look that sick to me in that clip. No, not at all. Hey, Gloria, why didn't the X file for unpaid spousal support before the whole fraud case? Excellent point, Gloria. Excellent point. Because you do realize she did file for unpaid spousal support right around the same exact time everything hit the fan. Right around that same exact time that Tom and Erika set up that Wells Fargo account, where Erika has now ciphered in almost over $500,000. Right around the same time when the CFO did that fraudulent wire transfer for $10 million, right? That he got arrested for. So, yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Hey, Lugs. Me neither at Foxy and his brother let him answer. Mm-hmm. Hey, Foxy, who is paying for Tom in that elderly home now? That can't be cheap for him to live in there. They got money. Who's paying for Erika's $1 million mansion in West Hollywood? Who's paying for her glam squad, her PR people? Who's paying for her Range Rover and all of that stuff? I'm sure she gets a check from Bravo, but it can't be that much. Hey, Foxy, yes, the brother did. Maybe he didn't like Erika, LOL. Gloria Dunn says the ex is looking like she's just as bad as Erika. That part. She was like, oh, wait a minute. The gravy train is about to dry up. Let me get what I can get. 100%. And she says, go, Freddie, spill it. Hey, La, so much she must have known his mistress's son, his son, and she would be taking over the investigation. That part. Why did the son transfer from Mississippi to LA during the exact time that his father is being investigated? That's not a coincidence. That's a conspiracy. Les says until he got caught. Yep. She says, yes, Candy. She said 1.3 million. Exactly, HG. Hey, Gloria, why in the hell would Tom put money into a thirsty woman standing on stage, patting her VJ and calling it a show? To launder the money. I think it was all money laundering. They put the 25 million and all the money into EJ Global it's like a front, right? When people have a storefront, it's a front for laundering money, for avoiding taxes. I think it was all, to launder the money. Hey, Foxy, how many women did Tom get with? Yikes. I think he had at least 2 wives, and I think Erika was the third. He had the mistress judge, the mistress secretary, and I'm sure there's a plethora of other women. These are just the people who we know about. Hey, Joyce Rodriguez, happy birthday. Thank you so much. Thank you for doing what you do. You are a wealth of information. Love you. Thank you. I love you too. Hey, Luz, 100% Candy. Who you trust nowadays when so many celebs and journalists are whistleblowers are revealing the backdrop of these shows? Yep. 100%. Foxy says, right, Barbara, 100. Hey, Debbie. Shows this is going to be a monster of a court case when it finally goes to trial. 100% believe the earrings were switched. Did Erika sell them? Is she crazy enough to ever wear them in public? I wouldn't be surprised if she was. Thank you so much, Foxy. Thank you so much. Congrats to our girl Candy. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It's my birthday week. I really appreciate that. Hey, Les, Debbie actually can't wait. Do you think it will be a court on court TV? Listen, you guys, if it's at court TV, we have to do a live viewing party. Like we really, really do. Hey, Sajura, what happens if he passes away? Oof. I don't know. That maybe they have to hold other people accountable. I don't know. Twiki says, did you hear the news about Jen Shah? Yes, we will be doing a video on her. 100%. Hey, Foxy, it's nuts for real. Yikes, it really is. Foxy says she gets to play victim over and over again. Yep. Hey, Chocolate Chunks says, hey, Candy the Candy Canes. Hey, sweetheart. Luz says, hey, Chocolate Chunks. Hey, HT, she's entitled to settlement if he can't afford it, and he can't afford it right now. Tookie says, happy birthday. Thank you, Tookie. Foxy's like smiling. Yes, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Yay. All right, you guys, this has been so much fun. As always, be sure to comment down below. What do you think about this woman getting the 200K? Do you think that 200K should first be paid to the victims? And then after the victims are made whole, whatever's left over, then yeah, girl, get your money. But until the victims are made whole, I personally think she should not get this money until the victims are made whole. And then after they sell everything and they have money left over, then yeah, girl, get your money. But I don't think it's right for her to get this 200K before the victims are made whole. That's just how I feel. But I want to know what you guys think. Put it down below in the comment box. But before you do that, you know what to do. Thank you, guys. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Thank you. Thank you. You're welcome, Foxy. Yes. What is up? Yes. Yay. What is up? Mwah. Thank you, Luz. Today, my birthday. Birthday. Okay. So you guys, yes, put it down in the comment box below. But before you do that, you know what to do. Go ahead and like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss it when we go live. Also, be sure to share this with a friend because the key is always better with community. And check out our description box down below and shop our love collection. Also, you guys, don't forget, we are also live over on TikTok. So if you guys want to join the conversation, get your comments out there, be sure to click the link in my bio and subscribe to the YouTube channel and join us on YouTube so you can, talk with us and see all the comments and have so much fun. So with that, you guys, I love you, and be sure to like and subscribe because we got some more videos coming up. We're going to talk about the Jen Shah. We got some more Beverly Hills. And at some point, either today or tomorrow, we're going to talk about Miami. All right, you guys, I love you. Mwah. Bye.
Welcome to Sugar Pills, a practical guide to self-care, where your host, writer, actor, and producer Candy Washington helps you live a more joyful life with a cheeky dash of pop culture news. Be sure to subscribe, leave a 5-star review, and join the conversation on Instagram at Candy Washington. Let's go.